7:30 a.m. on this Wednesday morning, February 11th, 2026. We're having a little bit of coloration to the sky this morning. And of course, once again, we are recording through the screen machine with the bedroom window facing east. Let's go ahead and drop down this lighting a little bit to enhance the coloration, just that much more. It is highly probable that I won't be coming out with much content today due to the factor of cloudy conditions. We are to be experiencing cloudy conditions today and tomorrow, but this is Michigan and always subject to change. We're not to be nowhere near as warm today as yesterday. And did you hear the latest about YouTube? So YouTube is claiming that it is not, I repeat, is not a social media platform. Hey, you can even do a Google search on that. Just type in YouTube is not social media with a question mark. And you'll get some results. And I am, before I head on out to the feeding grounds this morning, I am preparing to begin the uploading process for the last recording of yesterday's content. Which, well, levels off the playing field for possible or potential later content from this day. If there is anything worthwhile of recording. But on that, this is where we're at for today. How we are beginning this day. We are to be going into warmer temperatures continuing the melting process, not today, as we are once again to remain basically in the 20s. But from what they are forecasting, we could actually be seeing almost 50-degree temperatures in the upcoming days without any precipitation until midpoint of next week. Now, the lack of precipitation does not hurt my feelings whatsoever. The other day, when I had to conduct a burial for one of the cats, I had explained how the dirt underneath all of this snow is not frozen at all. But yet there has been reports of frost quakes that has been occurring because of the freezing and thawing process of the ground. But once again, you have to have frozen ground before you can have so-called frost quakes. And this plays a large part into a lot of past content to where I bring about that so-called doomsday map of 2050, which I don't believe that 2050 date will hold up, as I feel it will occur much sooner than the year 2050. much like how our doomsday clock has really shortened its tick-tocking, if you will. Alright, so I do have one cat that is out here taking notice of me. Of course, we got old Bat Cat here, and heading on up, check out the situation. Kind of looking around for some reason. Acting like it's a little leery to go up. I'll be out in a minute, Bat. Not seeing any of the other cats out there. Anyways, this is long enough. We can pan back, show this one more time before we sign off. As I believe there won't be much left to show here over the next few minutes, give or take. Well, have yourselves a great one. This Skywise out. 8:38 AM down here, ground level. We can still see the strip of orange back here in the eastern horizon. Google is stating that we're to be up to 30 degrees Fahrenheit today, but we've got some blustery winds that are kicking off and on and off and on our skies currently. And of course we got blue jays belly aching because these cats. And something I'd like to make mention that doesn't really seem to fit the pattern as far as weather conditions and the factor of these warming temperatures and melting snow. They're forgetting something, and that's the factor of fog. Warm temperatures, cool temperatures, and of course, you know, humidity, or shall we say an excessive amount of water vapor applied to the skies. Where's the fog? Where is the fog? Anyways, I'm down here attempting to clear up Kitten's eyes because of its illness, and its eyes are like basically glued shut because of infection. And so I am trying to remedy that to the best of my capabilities, and it's not really good conditions to be monkeying around with doing what I'm doing, because I'm having to apply warm water with basically a dish rag to try to dissolve some of the buildup on this cat's eyes so it can actually see to get to water and food. And it's fighting me because of the factor that, well, it's cold out here, and Xerox, unlike Mugsy, is not real acclimated to me holding it, and so on and so forth. Doing the best I can, even though once again we're quite cold out here, and so there's a factor of warm water freezing rather quickly, and so, you know, once again, it's not ideal conditions to be doing something like this, but it's a necessity. And this cat is, yeah, it keeps crying out because it is not capable of seeing right now. But anyways, we got these blue jays that are coming up. I just wanted to just clue you in on the situations at large. I'm going to try to once again tackle this kitten and see what else I can do We got a start on it, but it started to squirm and fight just a little too much. So I thought I'd give it a break, and we're going to go ahead and attempt doing this once again. The majority of the cats have already come up and ate, drank. Did not start off too well, as old Bat Cat, with all of its caressing that it likes to do, rubbed up against the watering container, knocked it over, and so water started spilling out all over the snow. So this is actually the second trip that I've had to take this morning. And I've got a cat back here that's watching some of the bird activity back here. And yeah, a lot of seed and peanuts scattered out and about this morning, in which the birds are rather slow about coming up. So once again, I am going to try to remedy from this situation with this kitten. Here comes Greystoke. And I guess we'll, yeah, here comes Bat Cat once again. Very nice cat, but one that's really getting on my nerves, something severe. Much like how Oreo has often done. Alright, so enough yakety yak. It's back to the plan that I shall attack. So, we'll end it here. I got things to get done today. Ciao for now. Skyways out.